Come on, guys. I think Mnisi did not disappoint. I mean, he was on point. At least that's for me. You know what I'm saying? Mnisi was on point and he was up to something. You know what I'm saying? They understand the character that they are dealing with. This guy, he's the type of a guy that says something today and he denies it and is allowed to do that. Worst part, he's a police officer or officer of the law. But hey, despite the fact that that guy took an oath that he will defend the Constitution by arresting criminals, he is a friend of criminals. He confessed it is under oath, and next thing he changes that. And then when he changes that, it's not it's supposed to be as business as usual. I have a problem with the fact that the judge seems to have a problem when they had to cross-examine him over his own lies. Now we have to say that, we must say no, according to the law, look, there's no one supposed to be asked questions that, that will incriminate that person. But we have the same witness that is being defended by the Constitution here volunteered that information. I said, if it was a matter of somebody else, maybe them taking an information somewhere and then driving the cross-examination towards that, then it would have made sense. That part of Constitution makes sense. But how is it that a person surrenders information after surrendering an information that is self-incriminating? They are not supposed to be cross-examined by that information. That still annoys me. That no, man, guys, no. There's something here that Constitution, that part of Constitution must be challenged. It has to be challenged. That's at least according to me. It can't be that people will get away with crime like that. No. Nevertheless, I'm going to get into details about all of this. Today in this episode, we are looking at the damage that Mnisi caused. I mean, the damage to the liar, Zungu. One and only. But nevertheless, before we dive into that one, are you interested to know more about that? Then please stick around. As you stick around, there's only one favor that I'm requesting from you guys, and that favor is that you subscribe, you like the video, and you do comment in the comment section below. Why do you need to do all of these nice things, good people? You need to do it because doing it does help out a lot when it comes to the YouTube algorithm to promote and spread this video to as many people as possible. So definitely, good people, the power here is in your hands. Please exercise that power in favor of this video. Guys, you need to like this video. Take it to 1,000 likes. Guys, you need to comment in the comment section below. Guys, you need to share this video. Good people, you need to watch this video until the end. Good people, please watch the end. Doing all of that, it's free of charge. So if all these things are free of charge, then why can't you do it? Or why don't you do it? Well, the only thing that you pay for, it is when you join becoming a member of this YouTube channel. I came across a comment that says, let me read this comment. This person says, "Hey banna, Zungu lied again after 3 weeks of rest." My man, this guy went there. This guy went there just to prepare a better way of lying. It's not me. It's what somebody says. So somebody says, so all of a sudden, Zungu, all of a sudden, he doesn't recall, but when he was asked by Baloi, he was dropping names and all the stuff. Exactly. Those are the things that we need to talk about in this video, right? Somebody says, this fool said it's an Uno. Now that he sees a Polo, he says, it says a small car. When we say, stop lying, because your lies will catch up with you. But before we dive into this video, guys, there's this announcement. Since we have a WhatsApp number, please make use of the WhatsApp number. Tell me anything that you want to tell me about this case. Any article that you have seen about this, please share. Also, good people, I'm interested to do some interviews with anybody. Look, and I know for a fact that in this channel we've got lawyers. I know. I remember there was this guy that says he was going to launch an application in the Johannesburg North High Court, not what court, and I heard Baloyi confirming that there was an application that was rejected, and I was like, I saw this in my comment, guys. We have lawyers in our comments. Guys, we've got people who have good information. If you are interested to talk about this case in any way, maybe you want us to have a long discussion. Also, there's a WhatsApp number. Leave a message there. Let's talk. And we'll go to Ndibuti's studio. I will hire a studio session there. Then we'll have a sit down. Please do let me know. But again, State Prosecutor Advocate George Baloyi says he was being added, he added a list of firearms to be destroyed and all the stuff. Let's leave that one. Let's start here. Charles Mnisi, the testimony, it is your testimony that on the 28th of October 2014, you saw publications where the images of the alleged perpetrators were. Zungu says yes. Mnisi, also, is it true that the newspapers you saw images, or in the newspapers, there were images of identity kit? Zungu says, yes. You know how bold he is. Mnisi, Mr. Zungu, is it correct that in your testimony that you saw newspapers of the incident that took place at the Khumalo residence? You also saw images of identity kit of the alleged intruders who were being publicized. Yes, it is true. That was the answer from the one and only Constable Lier Zungu. Mnisi, is it true that one of the images did not match accused number 3? Zungu, when I look at the newspaper's pictures, I saw accused number 2. At the other picture alleged to be accused number 3, there was dreadlocks. I couldn't make off it. If it was him, they were there. Something like that. Yeah. Mnisi, can you please describe the person you saw on that image with dreadlocks? Zungu, I saw a person who was drawn, and the fact that the person had front dreadlocks open on the other side. This open on the other side means something. We'll see how this open on the other side will come into the picture. Pay attention to this open on the other side. Pay attention to that. Let's go on. Mnisi, on your story about the hostel, how were accused number 3 dreadlocks? They were braided, fastened. Now, on the newspaper, the other side was open. But on what he saw, accused number 3 dreadlocks were braided and fastened. Now, here's the question. Because we love talking here and asking the right question. When they took the identity picture, the identity kit or whatever they did with the so-called identity kit, who was doing that? Depicting who? Because on the day of an incident, according to Zungu, they were with him and his dreadlocks was braided and fastened. So there was no open what. Right there, the description doesn't fit accused number 3. I know some of you want accused number 3 gone, but right there is enough evidence to believe that what was on the newspaper, it was not accused number 3, unless they give us the description to say where did they look when they were drawing that it was based on what. But from what is now before us, there's nothing according to the dreadlocks itself that incriminate accused number 3. Nothing. They were braided and fastened. In case you don't understand that. Mnisi, how were accused number 3 dreadlocks on his return to the hostel? Zungu, they were black and fastened. Now, please note this word again. They were black and fastened. Mnisi, were they not the same way in the afternoon? Mnisi, Zungu says yes. Here is where Zungu lied. Guys, let's be fair to each other here. And let's be honest. We men, if it was a woman, I will agree. But men and our dreadlocks changing rapidly, never. Never. It's like you telling me about a man changing his clothes. Usually we go into an event and we come back the same. You can't see a man who can go wash his body, change, dress in a certain way, going into a certain event, and then you see him 3 minutes later, he's wearing something different. It's highly impossible unless he got dirty somehow. I don't know, but it's just highly impossible. Man, if I'm clean, I go into an event. The next event, I'll do. If I'm in an event now and the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, there's another event, and there's no matching of colors, you are most likely to see me in the same dress. That's men. So this one doesn't make sense. The dreadlocks being changed after the incident, it doesn't make sense. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Mnisi, was the style of dreadlocks on accused number 3 the same as the picture you saw in the newspaper? The one I saw on the newspaper, that is Zungu, the dreadlocks were loose and open. Now, 2 words that have been added that contrast the other 2 words. Fasten and braided. That's what Zungu told us. But on the second one, look, the contrasting one, he says the one he saw on the newspaper was loose and open. Right there at the description of accused number 3, dreadlocks, Zungu tells you it is not accused number 3. That's what you can take. That's definitely not accused number 3. So where do we get this? Don't worry. I've got you covered. Just give me a minute. Let's continue. Remember, I requested you to show a picture in court, the lame color t-shirt. Which picture Zungu asked? The picture presented in court by the state. Mnisi, is it correct that you were unable to point out the lame t-shirt you said accused number 3 was wearing? Zungu, the lame t-shirt was he wore earlier on, something like that. And then Mnisi says, at what point did you realize accused number 3 no longer had a like shirt? At the time where we were going to shops, that's when I realized was no longer wearing the color shirt. Mnisi. Then Mnisi goes into the hostel story, which is obviously a fiction. We all can see that. You know what I'm saying? Mnisi, you also made mention of the fact that he was wearing a necklace. Is it correct that you did not point out the necklace in the picture you were shown by the state? Mnisi, Zungu, I did not see a photo that depict him wearing a necklace. Pay attention. We say, Zungu, we are patient here. We're gonna deal with you slowly but surely. We'll get you. Now. So then there were pictures that Bona they were privileged to see, which now we're not privileged to see. So they were busy beaming pictures that we did not have a privilege to see. So let's talk less about those pictures because we are not privileged to those pictures. Mnisi, did you not say that the person that the person that at the back was accused number 2? Zungu, I didn't say it. I might have said. It looks like accused number 2 or looks like him. I don't know if you're noticing this guy. This guy is so vague, eh? Like, I mean, honestly speaking, I might have said it's him. This guy's not convincing at all, guys. I don't know when are you gonna realize that if you know something, and you stand by it. Come thunder, come rain, dark or blue. But you're going to stand by that. And you're going to say, this is what happened. But here, I might. Do you know what the word might means? It also means that what I'm saying, it might not be true. So how are we allowing a person to come here and guess? And we still want to see, we still want to be, other people still want to persuade us to believe that his testimony is nothing but the truth. No, you can't go to court and speculate. Come on, I might have. Yeah. Mnisi, that red vehicle you also said, look, you said also it was used to go to tops. Yes, I said it is an Uno. Now notice this word, it's an Uno. On the other video, remember where I was dealing with Mnisi's testimony. Mnisi took us into confidence and showed us that it was not an Uno, but it was a polo player. Pay attention. I will go through the same, some of the pictures, 700 pictures that we downloaded. The judge quite annoyed as Mnisi tried to identify them now, and the judge refused the 10 minutes that Mnisi was asking, the 5 minutes. He was like, no. Okay, Mnisi went through the pictures and all the stuff. We're going to talk about that because obviously it's going to waste time because we don't have the privilege to see the pictures. But this is what we have got a privilege to see this. Mnisi, who is the gentleman in the red top? Zungu, I don't know him. Mnisi, was he with you when you went to buy alcohol? I don't remember that, Zungu. Who was with you? Zungu responded. Gadla, accused number 3. Gadla, accused number 3. So, Mnisi, so that's the only person you remember you were traveling with when you went to buy liquor. Guess the answer. Guess the answer from the man we're supposed to trust. Traveled with everybody else. And when asked if he only remembers Gadla, he says yes. I mean, you're traveling with, hey guys, this is lie. Come on, good people. This is pure deception here. I don't know ukuthi nina nifuna sintshele kangaki. How many times shall we tell you? Zungu is lying, guys. Please understand this. This is a pathetic liar. So if Zungu himself, he doesn't believe what he says, why should we? I mean, for really, guys, why should we believe a man who doesn't even believe his own words, but will rather contradict his own words? Then the advocate for lies says, Zungu has spoken all of the truth. Leave them. Let's continue. Mnisi, but during cross-examination, you said there was also Mthokozisi, but not this one. Zungu, to say it was with, I was with Mthokozisi, a relative of accused number 4 is correct. We say, okay, we're going to get you, don't worry. If you remember well, who was with you when you went to buy alcohol? It was Gadla, accused number 3, because I see him on the picture. Hey, guys, do you hear what I'm hearing? Do you see what I'm seeing? Notice the word. Let me repeat this word so that you can understand our problem here, our dilemma here. If you remember well, who was with you when you went to buy alcohol? Asked Mnisi. Zungu answers, focus on the answer. It was Gadla, accused number 3. Now notice the word. Because I see him on the picture. Who was with you when you went to buy alcohol? I'm asking this question the third time. Let me repeat. If you remember well, notice the word. If you remember well, if you remember well, if you remember well, who was with you when you went to buy alcohol? Asked Mnisi. Listen to the answer. It was Gadla, because I see him in the picture. The question was, if you remember well, who was with you? No, it was Gadla because I'll give an example. I was on a wedding. I've been preparing for this wedding. I was a best man in that wedding. So we were busy preparing for that wedding. If you say to me, if you ask me, who was I with? I will tell you this. I was with these people in as much as you don't see them in this picture, but I was with this and 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 this. Do you get a point? I'm talking about the bridal team. I can tell you the names of the ladies that from the bride side, and I can tell you the guys from the groom side. I can give you the names, but if you ask me, I do remember a time where we took a picture differently, like in groups, maybe 3 people, 4 people. So if you were to ask about me, if you were to ask me about that wedding day and people that were there, I will tell you, despite the fact that you don't see so and so in this picture, but so and so was there. That was what Mnisi was asking. He's not asking who is in the picture. He's asking who was with you. Do you see the point? So I've already made an example to say you can see a picture where you see me taking a picture or in picture with maybe 4 people from the bridal team. But in total, we were probably 20 people there that comprises the bridal team. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Only maybe you are only seeing 5 in that pic. That's what Mnisi is asking. So in answer, this is me answering. No, I was with so and so, 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 so and so. But in this particular picture, they are not depicted. But once you say it is so and so because I see him in the picture, it means that your testimony is based on the pictures, not based on the event. Mnisi is saying, on the basis of the event, of what was happening on that particular, the occasion, if you like, give us a description give us an information as to who was there. Not on the basis of who took a video and the picture. Do you see where we're going? Zungu is lying. Zungu is a liar. We've been telling you, but you don't want to believe us. So he said, so you only remember Gadla? That is Mnisi asking. Yes, because I was standing next to him. Now notice another word. You only remember the person you were standing next to. Guys, this guy's lying. I am saying today, we were in a wedding. We took pictures. We were the groom side. We had our own limo. Yeah. The female, not that English just ran away. The bride side, they had their own limo, which was not champagne, but more like a champagne gold. So there were 2 limos there. Ask me who was on that limo, I'll tell you. And if I was in an accident on the other limo, because our limo was white, if you ask me who was on that limo, I'll give you that because I knew exactly who was there. That's what the court is asking. But instead of giving them that information, no. There's something wrong about this testimony. Mnisi, is it not correct when you were asked who you went to buy alcohol with there in the vehicle was Mtozo, but not this one? Zungu, I cannot recall all who were there. I was not familiar with the people in the vehicle, but Mtogo was there. You said you know the driver of the vehicle. You don't recall who drove to the tops. This incident transpired long time ago. Says a person who remembers the t-shirt, the everything that happens long time ago. But when this long time ago is no longer convenient for his liking, he doesn't remember because it happens long time ago. Hey, Batung. Yar. I have been telling you this guy's lying. He doesn't remember the driver because this incident transpired a long time ago. But he always remembers the time that the guys were being taken for a ride here. Then Mnisi, in your version about the hostel, that there was a jamboree or celebration where accused number 3 was just hokowash. This is what started fire. Your version about the hostel, that there was a jumbo or a celebration where accused number 3, it was just a hokowish. The judge says, that's not what we're going to be doing in this court. And the judge refused. Zungu says, no, I was there. But the hokowish part, we're going to come back to that. I'm asking, you are now saying that the vehicle you were referring to all along as an Uno is no longer an Uno. That's what Mnisi was asking. I didn't have a closer look at the vehicle. Says a policeman who changes his testimony when it suits him, remembers when it suits him. His memory only remembers when he's being led by Baloy. But when the defense asks questions, his memory is now no more. Hey, we all knew that it was Uno. Today, he didn't take notice. Told you, Zungu is a liar, and the truth does not live where Zungu lives. Zungu, I didn't have a closer look at the vehicle, whether it was an Uno. Hey, I'll see again. Sifuna ukulala kahle. Ngimasilela hayi usiphuphisa kabi wena. Hayi khona sikhathele uZungu. Hayi ngeke. Khuphuza amanga lihlaza lo baba lo. Hayi. Anime maphoyisa linamanga njengoZungu. Mnisi, that picture was taken when you went to buy alcohol. You said you don't know who the person or wearing the cap is. And accused number, but that person is accused number 4. Mnisi turns to the picture, and then we're not going to go into that one. Mnisi, what you see, there is accused number 3 in the company of accused number 4. You see the cap. Thank you for informing me, reminding me, says Zungu, who doesn't remember when it is convenient for him not to remember. And remember also when it's convenient for him to remember. That's the type of Zungu we're dealing with. Mnisi, do you agree that the clothes accused number 3 is wearing in photo 47 is the same in other photos? Zungu accused number 3, yes, but the way where accused number 4 is concerned, I can't confirm this. He's not asked this information. He's not asked to explain. The question is about accused number 3. He's now explaining about accused number 4. He cannot confirm. This is only happening when you've got something to hide. You don't want people to ask certain questions because they will reveal that you are lying. So you try to cover that ground as best as possible. This guy is lying. I'm telling you. The way he answers these questions, this guy is lying. My instruction, says Mnisi, is that the person you say is you in that picture, it's actually Mr. Kanyile. I have no knowledge of that. Zungu, but look, I see again. Mnisi, the gentleman in a red top was Limpilo Ndawonde. Zungu, I will not dispute that, Mnisi, and that the vehicle is not an Uno but a Polo that belongs to Gumede. Mnisi, accused number 3 will come and tell this court that the picture is of him and accused number 5 at George Koch Hostel. I have no knowledge about that. Mnisi now refers to another photo and blah, blah, blah. Accused number 3 will come and tell this court that in this photo, it is him and accused number 5. They were at George Koch Hostel. Mnisi, is it correct that in your testimony in chief, it's only based on suspicions that accused alleged involved in Meyiwa's death based on how you saw them running into the room? Is there anything else that leads you to say so? This is the question. Mnisi, this is the question. Accused number 2 exited the house. When he came back, he was wearing a different jacket. They were nervous. Do you remember the question that was asked? Do you remember the question? If you remember the question, then you can see that the guy hasn't answered the question. The guy is being evasive. He's not answering the question. So this so-called testimony, a witness that is going to link these people, it's a lie. It's a pure lie. Here, it's just a speculation. This guy goes to court to speculate. So you like everyone else, you don't know who killed Senzo Meyiwa. I said I don't know. Mnisi, just like everybody else, you don't know who killed him. Yes, I don't know. So it's just an hearsay. Says now listen to the man. It's all it's all a hearsay. My suspicions that arose on that day is that the way they came in. My suspicions. We are looking for evidence and facts. Somebody speaks about suspicions. The two does not mix. We've been telling you, Zungu is a liar, guys, and the truth is not in him. The truth does not abide. If Zungu lives at Joshua Hostel, the truth is probably somewhere in Pretoria, because it can't even come anywhere near Zungu. It can't. It can't. The truth doesn't live where Zungu lives. Now you see. Ochigo Mnisi, when Zungu, your version is just a pure lie. Mnisi got Mnisi, when Zungu, your version is just a pure lies. Zungu, as old as I am, how will I just decide to come to court and lie? You just did it, man. Like, honestly speaking, you just did it. You can't ask how. Yes, no Zungu. Okay, Mnisi, I put it to you that you don't know who killed Senzo Meyiwa, and thanks for your honesty. Mnisi, I put it to you that you don't know who killed Senzo Meyiwa, and thanks for your honesty. Zungu, indeed, because I was not at the Kumalo house. That's Mnisi mafethu. Zungu kodwa Zungu. Yes. Khona abantu abasicela nje isikhathi. Khona abantu abaphethwe ibhabhalazi. Abasukela ibhabhalazi lizobafakela lizoba yes. Kazazi Zungu kodwa. Yazazi asichithela isikhathi lo muntu. Wahamba ecourt. Wayekhuluma nje umbhedo wonke lapha ecourt. Hayi khona. Khona abantu abahlushwa imbamba la ngaphandle but asibayengeni. Hayi khona Zungu. Hayi khona uZungu yazi udlale ngathi la uZungu. Newafethu uZungu udlale ngathi la. Hayi khona. Umnisi uthi and also what is also a hawkish is that the car is not an Uno, it's a polo player. Right, to Zungu. I don't know. I didn't even look at I don't have a sentence about the car, but I look, but you can see it. It's small. I want to it's small. Just because it's small, it's an Uno. Zungu, that's all he knows. I have a fit. I has in. Was the Pretoria High Court to Zobona when. Now, Mnisi, you also mentioned it was when I was wearing a necklace. Yes, is it correct that you were questioned? You pointed, you were unable to point the necklace. Zungu says, yeah, there was no picture that they was depicting that. Mina guys asking, Zungu will be the end of us. Yes, Zungu will be the end of us. Unprovoked. Platina, we did not provoke Zungu. Oh, it did you? Then he decides it's going to come to us and lie to us. Zungu has been lying all along, guys. Hi, not Zungu got Bafetu wasting our time now with this. You know that Zungu. Whatever you're speaking, it's Hagoish. You know what I'm saying? I could, I Zungu got Bafetu. No, Bafetu, no. But again, actually, we are not there yet. Somebody says, Ash, this judge was doing so well, allowing the case to continue this morning, only to be activated by a word. Oh gosh. Oh, okay. I think it's Babengakulu. So somebody says, so Zungu, all of a sudden he doesn't recall, but when he was asked by Baloi, he was dropping names. Thanks to actually also to us Zungu to learn. This fool said it's an Uno. Now that he sees a Polo, he says a small car. Yeah. I get you see, it's not me. It's at clumsy on Twitter. He or she says this, that now suddenly it's no longer an Uno. It's just a small car. Now, if you describe that it's a small car, I'll give an example. Quid is a small car. Uno is a small car. Cosalite is a small car. Toyota Actios, the hatchback, it's a small car. Hey, I can name small cars by fate. There are so many small cars. If you say it's a small car, there is this one from VW. I forgot the name of that car. It's a small car. In fact, VW has got about 3 cars that are just small. And then there's this Bajaj. It's a small car. You know what I'm saying? So if you say it's a small car, that's not a description. A small car can be anything that I see that is small. You see, Tulen. Tina, we hate, Tina here, the tribe. We hate Mnisi. No, we don't hate Zungu. We just hate being lied to. That's all we hate as a tribe. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Polo is more recognizable than Uno. You can't confuse it for anything else. Say it, man. Say it. Hey. And now Utige acquire Syria. Utige. Exactly, his dreadlocks were braided. So he unraveled them just to go kill Senzo, then braided them again on the same night. Then he puts a dustbin in Zungu. Your evidence. And this person here is asking a very important question. He unbraided them or unravel them just to go and papa Senzo Meyu. Then when he was done, he was quick to put them back. You know, I never thought of it that way, but this makes a lot of sense. This makes a perfect sense. Something is fishy with the Zungu's testimony. He has come to think of it. I did say that I've got a problem because I know us men, if it was a woman, I would have easily maybe believe it. But a man changing clothing like nobody's business. A man changing hairstyle. 2 minutes ago, his hairstyle was this. 2 minutes later, he changes the hairstyle into something different. A man, particularly a straight guy. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Come on. Zungu mistook a Polo for an Uno. Yet he arrived on the day driving a Polo service car. You know, this is another interesting one. How do you mistaken a car or a brand that you are driving? Worst part, you are driving a Polo from the state. You then mistaken a Polo. What's up with Zungu? Oh my God. When we say this fellow is a liar, we were told, yeah, if you don't believe what Zungu said, then you don't know the truth. It's like it's like me saying to you guys, I don't know what Blake's looks like. Guess what? I'm wearing black. But I say to you guys, I don't know how black are me. Kodwa uZungu bafethu. Lo mtshithu senzani azi langa libalele kodwa. Ayikhona. Bathi mina ngikhathele uZungu. Kodwa uZungu yazi senzani vele. Yazi wazi ngesikhathi. Yazi busy wasting our time ngempela yazi. How can I say I don't know color black, but I'm wearing color black? He doesn't know that was a polo player. But he's given a car by the state to drive, which is still a polo. And worst part, this is what makes matters worse, ne? As guys, we are very good when it comes to cars. As guys, in general. It's like women when it comes to relationships. Women are very good with relationships. Okay, let's leave relationships. Research proves beyond reasonable doubt that women are very good when it comes to colors. Us men, generally, we are colorblind. So even in my house, when I want to buy things, guess what I do? I have female friends that I'm going to ask them, I want to buy something like this. How can I match it? Because women are very good when it comes to color matching. Very good. Generally, not all. Some are horrible. But generally, women are very good when it comes to colors. Men too, very good when it comes to cars. But there's a guy who doesn't know a car. Hey, I say, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. What a damn witness. Mnisi made him to believe it was a codro, then threw him under his own bus. Ngiyakuthola Zungu reason like someone without matric. Does he have well, wena at Katli _ Matul. Wena Katli. This guy is a police guy. So he must have a matric. He must. It's a must. So angazi to deal with. This guy, he must have a matric because he is a police guy at the end of the day. So when Katli, I don't know what are you saying. They will get you arrested. Alright, so somebody says, so Zungu took pictures with people he can't recognize anymore at an event. He wasn't aware what was happening. He was just standing there minding his own business. I wonder this person is making it worse. Oh, at Mnisi 6477 the 77 look at Mnisi 64779352. So uZungu yonke into yakhe it's just an accident, yezwa. So uZungu wena knows nothing about things. So people just take pictures with Zungu. He drives, the issue of taking pictures. Zungu was driving to buy, was there driving with other people buying alcohol. Listen carefully when Abusiswa. The only people that were introduced to him that he knows, it's the ones who are accused, including then Kwabini. Those are the people that he remembers. The people that are not important in this story, it doesn't remember. I don't know if you know I don't know if you're noticing what I'm saying, but he only remembers the people that are important in the story. The ones that are not important, he doesn't remember. And that should tell you something about fiction. In fiction, we only focus on the important characters in the story. Even the way the Bible is written, if your role is not significant, we just told that there was a man who did this, then you must know that the role of that individual is not significant. Because it's not significant, they don't even bother giving you the name of that person, where he came from. But once the person has got a significant role to play, you will notice they will give you the name of the person, or sometimes where he came from, the things that he has done before. I'll give an example. Abishai, he was a captain of David. We know where he came from, what he did. He slept in the snow. He fought with a bear. That is even how stories these days are written. People with important characters, we always know where they came from, blah, blah, blah. But if you are not important in the story, you're just an extra. We just happen to see you passing by the camera. That's what you see on Generation. That is what Mnisi. So if you follow the logic there, the reasoning that I'm just showing you now. You can notice that this is a fiction. It was written to say this, say focus on these characters, and that's it. And if it was a fiction, then it doesn't have to remember the names of the other people outside the important character is in the story. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because it's a fiction. But in real life, we know our neighbors, even if they are they're not significant. We know the boy who's consuming drugs, even if they are not significant in our lives or in community. Do you see what I'm trying to say? In real life, we know people. We remember people in real life. But if it's a fiction, we only focus on the important people. Now you see what I'm saying? I didn't say it. Figure it out yourself. Sorry, guys. We are okay with not seeing. That's it, woman. Again. Hi, we are okay at Katli _ we are okay with not seeing Zungu. Show us the photo and exhibit. Wena Katli, asishiyeni uKatli wafethu. Asishiyeni uKatli uTai. UZungu asifuna ukumbona right ngaye. You know what I'm saying? Actually, love. Now, how come is this Gwabini guy not appearing on any of these pictures? Very interesting question, by the way. Vele. Where is Gwabini in all of these pictures? Okay. Yeah, it's a fair question to ask. Why is it not there, Vel? Can some of you guys tell me why is he not there? Shouldn't he be there? Yes, but why is not there? I don't know. Gwabini, remember that it's Gwabini that called Zungu. Gwabini that introduces Zungu to this other, that introduces the other guys to Zungu and vice versa. So Gwabini is playing a critical role here. But in these pictures, Gwabini is not appearing. Why? Quite interesting question. Kota ahluleni. Mnisi. I put it to you that this whole story or this whole hostel story is Hokowish. It's never happened. This is where the state interjects saying that is inappropriate language, and the judge then said, but I come again. When you make comment, not this judge saying self-appointed expert who knows more than him. Okay, ask me again. Twitter expert is making Judge Rata angry. He just called all of you expert who seems to know more than the court itself. He says interfere too much. Okay, we are indeed Gushamunyage Usbonelo at Sbonelo Ndlovu _ we are indeed expect he interferes too much. When you are confirmed, please wait a little bit when judge. Let's tell you, very well and expect. Not the judge using this moment to defend himself against Twitter, calling us the so-called expect. And you know what? I think there was seriously no need for the judge to tell us about all those things. He really, now I felt like he was just using that opportunity to defend himself. There was nothing that actually warranted him to tell us all of that. Zungu sounds like Tumelo Madlala. He is full of yeah, man. He's full of hawkish tennis. I think too. No longer entertained by a hawkish. But it's court. We're no longer using the hawkish thing. Thank you for fixing, my lord. Thank you for fixing, my lord. He is behaving today. Social media works. He is annoyed by us, but it works. Now I agree. Lol, this church is referring to us. People were asking question. Oh, we shall continue drag Rata to hell, then back. Should he continue interfering, playing witness or prosecute? Hey, people, as in people, you know what? Listen to at Gwanda's he got feelings. Dank Elon Musk. It's it too. Why was Constable Zungu's cell phone not traced with tower? Was it connected to as it was connected to at the time? Now somebody gave us the definition of a hokowish. Listen to this one. It says, hokowish usually it says unaccountable, plural, hawkish, informal, foolish talk or writing nonsense. So in other words, Mnisi was saying, that's a foolish conversation. Get this guy off the stand and arrest him. They won't. I'm telling you, they won't. This witness is a disgrace, especially as a policeman. Look, hanging around with the so-called unknown Kabi, then come to court and lie. Exactly, my man. I agree with you. Well, I don't know if it's a man. I've just said my man. Maybe the red Polo Uno was Longo's car because it was allegedly he had people in the car when he went to Kelly's home. Okay. Interesting. Let me read this one. Hebana, Zungu lied again after 3 weeks of rest. Zungu should go to jail. He lies and changes his testimony all the time. My man. When we say that, you know what they say? We are haters. We hate Zungu. That's what they say. We hate Zungu. We tell them, this fellow is a liar. We are haters. We hate him. We tell them, be careful of this fellow. He is a liar. Guys, well, that's it. That's it for today. I'll see you guys in the next video. But until then, please take care.